Yesterday I've given you one exercise at the last where I was trying to tell that I want to return the function message and I have asked you to fix this. Did anyone find the solution for that, sir? Let me open that shell script and let us try some different options. So C drive in Linux, August 20, and let me open my Visual Studio Code over here. Return values, return function demo. This is something which you have written. Now, let me try to tell you one interesting way of basically getting the reply of it. Okay. Remember, okay, I am writing solution 1 using global variables. Remember, yesterday we have discussed that the variable which we try to create inside the variable. Yes, is this variable global? Yeah. Now, let me try to open this and try to run the script from here. Right? Thank you. Right. Return value demo. Oh, don't I have that? Okay, return function demo. Okay, right. Return dot slash return function demo. Okay. Now I have given the value of output equals to this, right? And the first thing which I need to do is I need to call this function, right? Yeah, right. What is it I've messed up? Print a message, there is no need of any parenthesis. Right. Okay. So dollar output, and then I want to pass some parameter to it. Okay. So let me call it as messages. How are you? Dollar output. How are you? Let us see if this works. Okay, it is trying to tell that I don't know what your command is. So for these kind of expressions, what is that you are supposed to do? What is that we are supposed to do, sir? Can I do something like this? Okay. It tries to tell that I don't know what an output is. Okay. Right. That is telling because of this. Oh, yeah. Reply is equals to, yeah, why I need all of this nonsense? I need to do print a message. My bad. How are you? Okay. And then return is equals to dollar output. Yeah. Let me close the other stuffs and let me stick to this. So are you getting the output? Yes, sir. Do you agree with me on this? Okay. Right. So now this is the first approach. Now, how about the next approach? Global variables is one phenomenon, but the problem with global variables is it is very difficult for the users to remember the uh, what do you call remember the proceedings of your variable, right? So let me try this. Okay. So you can basically use a variable. You can use a variable, right? And whenever you are basically calling this, okay, try to use something else to represent it. So what is that something else? Let us look into it. Okay. So here, let me try to tell that return dollar output. Okay. Now I will not use this stuff. I'll basically try to tell that print message, okay, dollar reply is equals to dollar of print message, how are you? And let me try to tell echo dollar reply. Let us see what happens. Okay, so what is it I messed up? What is the error which it is trying to tell? Message numeric argument is required, command is not found. Okay, right. So basically what is happening over here? It is trying to tell that you need a numeric output, but you are not giving me that. Okay, so return statements should be numeric outputs. Let me try to do this. I'll try to tell return 0. I have written hard coded stuff. Let us see if this is working or not. Okay, line number 8. Oh, dollar print message. What is the syntax? Dollar reply is equals to dollar of. This is fine. Command not found. Okay, let me try to do one more thing. Let me try to make this in this way. Read -p. We know what this is, right? Enter C to continue or Q to quit. Let me try to do this. Q to exit. Okay, and over here, let me use dollar reply. I'm quite sure that we know what dollar reply is. Few classes ago, I've spoken about this dollar reply, right? Dollar reply is a variable which will consist of last command's output, right? Let me try this. Let me see if this works. Okay. Then it is still trying to tell that I don't know what this is. Okay, right. Let me not go with this solution. Let me go with the other solution then. Okay. So the other solution is basically, right? Okay. You cannot return the string. You cannot return the string. That is for sure. In bash, it is not possible for you to return the string, right? So the possible values are something which we are trying to discuss. Right? So the first one is global variable solution, which was happily working for us. Right? Now, let me try to do the second one. So print dollar output. This is the first solution. Okay, right. Now, second solution. How about second solution? Print a message. How are you? Or I will try to tell that read -p, enter your message. Print message dollar reply. Okay. Do you remember dollar reply? Few classes ago, we have tried to do that. Hi, how are you doing? Okay. Right. This is happening because of double quotes. Now let me fix this. Hi, how are you? Okay. It is trying to tell this. So there is something going wrong over here. What could be that? Cannot find a file. Okay. So how to fix this issue, sir? Bash -x. Yes or no? /, return function demo.sh. Hello. Okay. So can't find message. So what is it trying to tell? Can't find message. Where is that? We have can't find message. Let us look into where it has done. Print message is hello, right? It has said print message is hello. Good. We got that output variable, and then I'm basically trying to print this. Okay. But where is this can't find message, can't find file, can't find hello? What do you mean by these kind of errors? What do you think is happening, sir? Any guesses? Right? Global variable was one solution. It is working. I have asked you to explore, right, yesterday? Yeah. So any other answers? Read hyphen p is able to read only one argument. Yeah, we have only one argument, right? So I'm passing that argument to here, and I want to pass that argument to this, right? So there should not be any problem over here. So if you want, I can do this statement. Echo arguments passed are okay dollar at the rate, or let me give, since we have only one argument, I can do this. Hello. So are you saying we are getting arguments passed are hello? So this is working. Output message is hello. This is also working, right? Print message is hello. So here, whenever we are trying to print this output, nothing is happening. Always remember, sir. Okay. Now print message is hello. It is trying to tell that I can't find this stuff. Do we have anything called as print, or do we have echo? Sometimes, right? We fall a trap of something like there is some crime happening and we try to mess up the everything. Okay. Yes. The only thing which I have intentionally done a mistake is my print statement is I have used something called as print, but there is nothing called as print. There is nothing called as print over here. Okay. Right. Now, okay. Understand one thing. Return values of your functions, okay, can be only written codes. Can be only written codes. Okay. But if you want to return text, you have to hack it through. You have to hack it through, right? So how will I hack it through? So some people, what they would try to do is they would try to make it look something like this, right? So let me write one more stuff. Okay. Return underscore string underscore test. I'll just return string. Okay. So here I will try to tell echo trying to return string. Trying to return string. Okay. Now basically here I will try to tell return will it work? Okay. Now at the last I will try to basically call this function return string test and then echo dollar question mark. Let me see what happens now. Let me run the file normal. Enter your message. Hello. Okay. So this is trying to return string. Okay. What is it trying to tell? It will work only when the argument is numeric. Only when the argument is in numeric. Am I clear on this? Right, sir? So basically the option which you have is, right, rather than doing this, try to tell echo. What is it that you are trying to do? You are trying to do echo. Will it work? Okay. But echo is not a variable, right? Echo is something which you are printing. So what you will try to do is return is equals to dollar. Am I clear on this? And then echo, okay, return test. Echo dollar return test. Okay. I am commenting this for some time because that is not what we are looking out for. Okay. Right, so what is it we are trying to do? We are trying to echo, right? Redirect the output to the standard output that we are storing it in a variable, and that we are trying to printing it out. Let us see if this works. Return underscore test. Okay, right. Are you getting, will it work? Now, okay, let me apply the same logic to here. Okay, echo messages. Okay, and then print message dollar reply. Okay, and then try to return underscore test is equals to dollar. Okay, curly braces off. Okay, this is what I've done, right? This is what I've done. Okay, now let us see what happens. Now let us see what happens. Okay, let me run the same thing again. Enter your message, hello. Okay, we have not called this function, man. Okay, print message dollar reply. Okay, we have not print this. Echo dollar return underscore test, and it is always a good habit to have this in quotes. Okay, so now let me run this again. So are you getting messages? Hello? Yes or no, sir? Okay, this is a second approach. This is a second approach, right? Am I clear? Or the third approach is basically try to export it as environmental variables. So what are the solutions which we have? Okay, let me write a function with all of them, right? I will try to write. Let me write it as, okay, return using, okay, global var. This is your function. Okay, so here what you will do is you will create a variable return underscore value is equals to how are you. Okay, and now solution one is using global variables. So the user of this, what is that he would do? He would basically call return underscore global var, and then he would try to tell echo dollar return underscore value. Am I clear? This is solution one, right? Because you might end up doing this multiple times, right? And then solution two, right? Return text, okay, by echo or redirecting to standard output, whatever you can call it, right? So input is equals to $1. Okay, if you want you can do dollar underscore and all of the stuff whatever we have discussed, and then echo messages dollar input. Okay, and now solution 2, read the output. So enter your message, okay, and then echo return text by echo, right? Here rather than using this, you use this. Am I clear on these two approaches, sir? By default, why? Shell by default allows you to send return functions which are return values, that is 0 to 255. You cannot send any non-numeric data. So if you want to send text, these are the only two possible options. Am I clear on this, sir? Okay. If I want to test the person, okay, for his shell scripting skills, this would be my first question. Am I clear, sir? So can we return strings from shell script function? The answer is no. There are two ways. One is using global variables. The other one is reading output. Am I clear on this, sir? Did we understood this, or do we have any queries on this? Okay. Returning text from functions. Okay. But if it is numeric values, you can easily return. Okay. And then to read that, you have to use $reply or $_. Right. So look at the following script. Bash. Okay. Global vars are reading output if you want text. But if you want numbers, right, you can play around. There is no problem with numbers. Okay. If you are returning numbers, shell functions will not create any trouble. Okay. That is the important part what you need to understand. Okay. So, and then, okay, the last kind of functions, okay, are generally called as recursive functions. What are recursive functions? A function that calls itself. Okay. So now, how can I write a function that calls itself? Right? A function that calls itself is a recursive function. You might not even write recursive function, but since I've spoken about other function types, I don't want to leave this one around. Okay. So the classical example for for recursive function is factorial. So let me write, okay, a file which is called as factorial.sh bin/bash. Now let me try to create calc or calculate factorial. Okay. And then here I will try to tell that for this you need to have only one argument. Okay. So, and that first argument, if $1 equals 1. Okay. In that case, factorial of 1 is what? Echo 1. Okay. Right. Now, else local var. Okay. Variable. What is the value which I want to pass? Var is equals to, I'm doing arithmetic, and whenever I'm doing arithmetic, I want to basically use double parentheses. And inside that, I will be trying to tell that I'm trying to calculate -1. Okay. So $1 is a value which you are trying to pass. Okay. So I'll try to have local result. My result will be dollar calculate underscore factorial and dollar variable. Now you will try to tell echo dollar of dollar result. into dollar of 1. Okay, now you end your loop. Okay, now to read this program, let me try to read a value. So read -p, enter a number. Okay, and let me call that number as val or value. Okay, and let me write factorial is equals to dollar calculate underscore factorial and call with dollar one. Now let me try to tell factorial is or factorial of dollar val is dollar factorial. Now let me try to run the shell script. Dot slash enter number 5. Ah, right. Why I messed up? See, this is the problem. When your shell scripts go wrong, right? This has become an infinite loop. Let me close this. All right. When your shell scripts, especially in loops, if they go wrong, they mess up. All right. Now dot slash factorial dot sh. Enter a number. Let me give 2. Factorial of 2 is 2. Enter a number 5, 120, 6, 6, 720. Right. So now what is happening is, right, you are passing the variable value over here. Now it will try to check if the value passed is 1. No value passed is not 1. So it will try to go over here. It will try to reduce the value. It is calling that function and it is storing that value locally. And then from within this function, we are calling the same function, right? So this, if you want, you can debug the script. And it would be fun script. It would be the fun activity. Am I clear on this, sir? Yes, sir. Is it sounding interesting or not? Okay, but this recursive function in reality, right, you might ask you in interviews, but I have rarely seen people using recursive function in generally enterprise use cases, right? I've not seen a lot of the people do that. Okay, right, sir? Okay, but generally when you try to learn this in uh, as a course or right, so generally what happens is even in your if your shell scripting is part of your exam, this would be a very interesting interview question or very interesting question in the exam. Okay, this is something which is theoretical, but we have very limited scope for this stuff. All right, now right, sir, shell script is not object oriented programming, sir. No, no. Right. So okay, we know little bit of scripting now. Okay, so the next topic which we need to understand is, can we write functions now? Write a function. Exercise. Okay, so write a function to download a file from internet, okay, to the desired location. Okay, whether you use curl or wget, it is your choice. So download underscore item. Okay, so as a first argument, I'll be passing the URL, and as a second argument, I'll be passing location. Can you write this function? You can use curl or wget. That is your choice. Second one, write a function to install, okay, to install or to extract a zip file or a tar file let me not do that, tar to a specific location, right? So these are the two tasks which I am trying to give you. Untar underscore file, okay? So here it is a tar location, okay, and then this will be the extract location. Can you try doing these two exercises? Okay, and these you have to basically write it in the function format, and your function should take exactly 2 arguments, and I would expect validations also, right sir? So from tomorrow onwards we will be starting regular expressions, right, which is one of the most important concepts of shell due to its limitations, right? The major limitation of shell script is, right, so for example, if I try to tell ls, I'll get all of this, right? The moment I'm trying to pass this to any other command, okay, then it will become a string. So the output of one command, if you are passing to the other command, it is always a string, right? So we need some string parsing skills. So function star. So it is trying to tell that you have only one file which has something like function star, okay? So star func star, you don't have anything, right? So what are these things? So how do I write regular expressions, right? So here we will be understanding about grep, sed, and awk. Before that, we need to understand a little bit about regular expressions. Okay. So tomorrow's class might be slightly theoretical in nature, but it doesn't mean that, okay, that there is a reason to skip that. But it is very, very important for us to understand POSIX notations, and that is exactly what we are going to do tomorrow. Right, sir? Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon.